Alrighty, so this video is about taking SQL that replaces a RAKE task and making the RAKE task to run all that SQL out of it. So here's the code that I took into my SQL editor, and I am gonna comment it out just for fun to keep around in case I need to refer to it while I'm working. And in the meantime, I'm gonna paste in all that SQL code that I wrote. Now, I have another recent rake task that I wrote over here. And there's some stuff that we do at the beginning, like we start a progress bar and we log the starting time and we kind of output it so you can see what's going on. So we'll just copy that. And then we have some code um, to create the log in the database that will log all of this stuff. So we'll go ahead and grab that and put that in here. And we're going to change the name of the routine. And we're going to change the date. And we're going to change the file that we're working on. And what we care about is cases where the source is null and the state is null, which is the opposite of this. So I'll copy this up here and rewrite it. What I'm passing in, what I'm passing in here is starting records, starting record count. So since we're not adding records in this process, we're just saying, hey, how many records are there that don't have a source and a state? And since the other one was and, this should be or, because it's either one. Alrighty. So then we do is we want to output. So we don't need this demographic, so I'll go ahead and just comment that out. And I'm going to create the migration log for case source update from orders. Or from issues, rather. Alrighty, so if we look down here, sources internal, let's make sure that the string is actually Genie docs. So we'll go ahead and search sources internal cases. There we go. And it's actually this string. So I'm glad we looked it up. We're setting it to Genie docs. Alrighty. And then I'm going to grab the active record execution, put it here, indent the SQL. Add a logging step. So that increments the progress bar, and then it logs in the action steps. Added migration logs for case source to Genie docs. And that's migration logs. Might as well update the affected records while we're at it. going to say select count from migration logs where table name is cases. Field name is source, and the one that's doing it is that should give us a unique count. Alrighty, that's great. We've got our next piece here, so we'll paste in a little bit of code for a put statement, and then we'll grab that active record execution, indent the code. And we need to make sure we log that as well. So we can just grab this piece and duplicate it down here. And this is the cases table. We're selected from cases where the system by is set to what we've got up here. It's exciting stuff, I tell you. Exciting stuff. And then we're gonna what are we doing here? We're gonna set the case state to Genie docs if the state is missing and it has issues. State to complete. And it has open issues. And the state has no. All right. So what we're gonna, that's what we're, that's a much shorter way of saying that. Maybe we should do that. Open issues. And state is null or draft. Yeah, that's a much shorter way of saying that. I like it. So we'll copy this up here, and the first thing we're doing is making the migration log. So we'll say make migration log for and need the case state machine. Alrighty, I'm going to need to go find the state machine, but and so that I'm going to need to check these values. But yeah, but that's basically the process, and I will come back when I'm about ready to try it out.